What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Sydney J podcast. I'm Sydney, and today I've got a very difficult thing to talk about with you guys. Tyre Nichols, 29-year-old black male that was brutally beaten by police officers. This is an ongoing, at this point, epidemic, not even just America, but the world, where people are enforcing their wickedness on other people. I wanted to make this video not to cover the story, but to talk about the problem at hand. See, a lot of people think that the issue is race, but it's not. And this very incident is proof that race is not the problem in America. It's wickedness. All 5 officers that did this to this man were black. It just doesn't make any sense because they said he was recklessly driving, but then there's no evidence to prove that. That was really just a made-up false story to justify why they had to engage with this man in the first place. I'm bringing to you guys 4 traits of wickedness, and these traits live in us all because the Bible says that our heart is wicked. We have to consciously fight these desires in us, these wicked desires that are in us. Anyways, let's get right into it. 4 wicked traits of people. The first one is pride. These officers were very prideful. They feel that what they were doing was justified. Even at the end of the brutal video of them beating him, they fist pumped each other, like pat each other on the back, like, good job, bro. You did that. You handled that dude. Yeah, he tried to run away from us. We're going to show him who's boss. Pride. People that are proud, they put themselves in the place of God. They feel that anything that they want is good because they want it. Number 2, foul-mouthed is wickedness. To curse, to lie, to be deceitful. These officers were deceitful because they lied and said that he was recklessly driving. They're foul-mouthing him the entire time, telling him to get on the effing ground. They're going to blow his effing head off. I'm going to beat your ass. That's what these are the things they were saying to him. Foul-mouthed. Wickedness. And why do they do this? Because they're tyrannical. They want power. Which takes us to the third trait is greed. These people are greedy. They'll do whatever. They'll oppress people. They'll beat you. They'll kill you. Anything to sustain their position. Anything to keep them above and you below. Number 4, violent. Yeah. You probably thought that would be number 1, but those other 3 traits we see very, very often. And that's why I say that it has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with the heart of people. And when they don't consciously try to stay away from these things, like pride, foul-mouthing people, or foul-mouthing in general, greed, and violence, then they become wicked, they become tyrannical, and they do these kinds of things. How many times do you see people prideful? If you don't get rid of that, then it can very much turn into what we see what happened to Tyre Nichols. I do think it was heinous. I do think that it was evil, and it was wickedness. But I do not believe that race was the problem, because they was all black. It was only like 1 white officer that was there, and he just got fired yesterday. Either way, he wasn't de-escalating the situation by just simply being there and not correcting those officers. Then you're pretty much okaying them. They were destructive. They were violent. They were unpredictable. They were frightening. They could hear the fear in Tyre's voice, and they fed off of it like demons. Simple fact that he ran, they were like hound dogs to go and get him and teach him a lesson. You want to run from us? I mean, these are bullies, gangsters that all they got to do is 9-week training, and then they get a badge of authority to go out and be tyrannical and be evil. It's not race. You know, we've been taught to think that people treat you a certain way because of the color of your skin, but that's not what it is. It's everything to do with their heart, and they want to find some kind of way to justify that. So they say, oh, it's your skin color. You don't look like me. Nah, that's not it. You just have to find some kind of reason for yourself, for your conscience, to tell your conscience, you know, why it's okay for you to do what you do, because your conscience tells you, hey, that ain't right. That's why your heart starts beating, you know? This video was so compelling. It made me cry when I first saw it. This video was so serious that they actually delayed the release of the video, and they wanted to wait till most people got off work and school because they knew it would enrage people. It goes right back to the pride. It goes right back to the violence. We need to stop this. This is why the family was urging everyone to be peaceful, because that's how you stop this. You can't keep feeding off of these traits that give you that entitlement to be all of these things that are wicked. Not just the police, it's everybody. I watched a video of the protest in New York. Man, them people was out there beating on police cars. They was throwing all kind of rocks and stuff, trying to fight the police. Police that is in a whole different state that had nothing to do with it. It's violence going on. It's people prideful. You think that what you're doing is okay, it's good, it doesn't matter because it's for Tyre Nichols? No, man. Tyre Nichols was a victim to the very thing that you're trying to do now and call it protesting. Stop the wickedness, man. And stop the dang fake propaganda that, oh, race is a problem. That ain't no freaking problem. Wickedness is a problem. Everybody bad. You got bad people that strive to do good, and then you got bad people that love to do bad. That's what you got. That's it. Everybody here is bad. We all have these traits, and we're all supposed to consciously stay away from them. And sometimes we're just so caught up in your pride that you don't even see you're wrong. Like the people that are protesting and that are doing the very thing the officers were doing. Wickedness. I'm very heartbroken to know that this is still going on, and I know it will always go on. Because this is just this is just humanity. The only way that we get rid of all of this is God's promise has to be fulfilled, which is he is going to take away all the wicked people. Yeah, man. Tell me what you guys think.